I'm recording. Are you recording?
I think it says recording, but I don't know if that's you recording or if that's
No, I think that's both of us recording. Hey, Alan,
Yeah.
are we podcasting yet?
I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to something that we're not quite sure yet if it's a podcast.
Now, Alan, how are you doing, man?
I am sequestered. No, I'm good, man. Drinking my coffee of one. I plan on doing some excellent socializing with myself today, and I have a scheduled 2 p.m. nap that I'm really looking forward to. I'm gonna hit it hard.
It's great.
Hit it hard.
It's great.
Yeah, how are you doing, Justin?
I'm good. I've actually been very busy.
Your face looks busy. There's busyness going on.
This takes a lot of work, man. Yeah, I've been editing the film that we shot in Singapore, working on doing like a sketch comedy series here in LA. There's other little writing projects and stuff going on. So yeah, lots going on. But today, my main focus is, due to popular demand,
dare we say, like a request from everyone in your life.
72% of people on Instagram that follow me request that I shave this beard.
And 28% of the people didn't understand what the question was.
Exactly. So, I guess we're just going to shave the beard now. I've been pleasantly surprised. I didn't think I could do this. The gray grows faster than the not gray hair.
But do not undersell the effect of the current status of the world. It'll make anyone go gray. Maybe you're just getting old.
Yeah. So let me tell you what I got going on here, Alan.
All right, talk to me. Let's see.
I've got 2 bowls of water. I felt like I needed it to shave.
Well, what are you gonna do with the bowl? Wait, question though.
I've got a razor.
You're not going in with a straight razor only.
Oh,
right?
I don't, and scissors.
Don't you have clippers to like get like the density out first?
No, I don't own that. We're just gonna go like this.
Yeah. Okay. We gotta do the best we can.
And I'm gonna use the Zoom chat video as a mirror.
I think that works perfectly.
This plan is full. What could go wrong?
A lot.
Getting to realize that maybe 2 bowls of water weren't the best thing, because
can you tell me what the bowls of water are for? Is that for washing your razor?
Yeah, but I think I only needed 1.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the second bowl of water is for.
So now I'm just gonna collect the stuff that I trim off with the scissors into a bowl of water for no reason.
That's gonna be gross.
Yeah, actually, I think I can pour some of this water into this bowl. I'm just going to get into this, and we can start talking about life.
Yeah, okay. Well,
this is not – I may need an external mirror. Yeah, I mean –
this is the thing. I feel like I'm here for safety.
Okay, that helps. I made it full screen.
Oh, Justin.
Let's go ahead and talk about the disease first, the virus.
Well, it sucks. No, I can't think of a single thing that has been such a common experience for everyone across the world, this idea of lockdown and quarantine. Like, when have so many people in the world done something similar at the same time?
In a weird way, it's been very unifying globally. I mean, because this goes in every country's and every culture's history books in one way or the other.
Oh, people are going to ask, where were you during 2020? Perhaps the worst year that any of us have experienced.
And people will be like, at home. I mean, we're obviously both in California. Like, what's the vibe been like? You're in Northern California, San Jose. I'm in Southern California, Los Angeles. What's been the vibe like up there as far as how people are adhering to certain regulations and guidelines that are being promoted?
Yeah. It's, you know what? It started off really early here. I think like Santa Clara County, as well as San Francisco County, and then a lot of the kind of Northern Bay Area areas. By the way, it's hilarious watching you.
This is a little ridiculous. I feel like
it's going
maybe
great.
We're off base by doing this right now.
Definitely, I'm seeing a lot more people out now.
I think people in Los Angeles are definitely pretty good at wearing their masks when they're out walking about, more so than in other areas of the country, I would say. But the whole vibe definitely at this point is pretty much like, we're good now. Let's open up.
I don't know what to think about this.
We don't know a lot about this disease. All of the data is conflicting and confusing, and people say different things all the time. We don't know who to trust. So it's a little scary because it's just kind of like we're walking out into the dark on this. And yeah, But at the same time, you can't keep the economy closed forever. At some point, people got to start making things. The country has to start doing things to exist and survive, right? So you've got to figure out how to do that, which maybe we figured out, maybe not, probably not.
Honestly, we're not going to know if we have it figured out until later.
Because we don't know what the disease is doing.
That's kind of the weird thing about this. So it's all just kind of an experiment. I mean, look at what's happening. You are trimming your own beard with what looks like kindergarten scissors meant for construction paper.
Is that what these are?
I don't know. Are they rounded on the tip?
They say Toyo, and they have an apple on them. Oh yeah, they're for kindergartners.
It's perfect.
No, they're pretty sharp. These,
okay.
I cut my hair with these also.
So I think basically we should stop giving kindergartners such sharp scissors.
These are. I feel like I'm ready to just go in for the razor now.
Go for it, man. I say shock and awe, Justin.
Just because
you are single.
This is very difficult.
Yeah, I know.
This is why I'm single. Go ahead.
This is, by the way, this video is going to do really well to change that. People are going to be flocking.
Go on.
So I'm single. No, I'm not single. I have a girlfriend who's in Singapore right now, and you're single, which is two very different situations, right?
Now I know. Now I know why I had 2 bowls of water.
Oh, no. What was the second bowl of water for?
To like wash off this side of the face as I was going.
Oh,
or actually, all the face.
That's actually a smart idea.
Now I don't. So really, I needed 3 bowls.
That's too many bowls, though. Do you have a towel that you could like get dampen and then use that to wipe your face?
But dampen it with what?
The water that's now in the bowl with the hair. Okay, yeah. Like all of a sudden, online dating, I bet, is on a huge uptick. And I don't know. I actually haven't read any articles about it, but I would only assume that people are trying to still meet other people.
A good percentage of the population is just ignoring all of this entirely, and they're just going out and meeting random people. Bars are already opening in LA, and I've already heard that at some of these bars that have opened up, they're slammed with people. There's no 25-50% occupancy rule that's being adhered to. Nobody's social distancing. People are getting drunk and like making out with strangers. So this is happening right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Life as normal. Yeehaw. Okay, but before things started opening up, I just want to know: did you digitally meet anyone? Did you try?
I did. I tried.
Did you?
I'd never done it before.
Tell me, please. What platform did you use, and what is your profile name so that we can send everyone?
I'm not going to release any of that information.
Okay, tell me about the experience.
But nice try.
Tell me about the experience. What was it like?
I did video chat with 2 separate that seemed like lovely women.
You Casanova.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, question. Did you dress up for your video chat? Did you?
No.
You clearly didn't shave.
I was literally wearing this both times, a tank top.
And so it begs the question, how did the date go then?
I had a couple chats with one of the girls. Yeah. And then she stopped responding to messages. So I was like, cool. So we never met up.
I feel like that's what's hard about trying to date someone or meet someone digitally.
Just probably chatting with somebody else at the same time that was just, a better person than me.
But yeah, it's possible. But you were chatting with someone else at the same time too, right? You said you had 2.
Okay, and then I was chatting with this other lovely lady, super cool. And we actually met up for coffee. Am I making any progress on this? My wrist is hurting.
Justin, you don't wear that beard, man. That beard wears you. It's almost like you're shaving yourself off that beard right now.
I mean, I'm obviously attached to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get food caught in it?
All the time.
Yeah.
Actually, so when I'm taking sips of stuff, I can see the mustache area, and I'll think that my mouth is closer to the cup than it really is. And so I'll just spill things on myself.
I don't know. It sounds unhygienic. Touch your lips to the thing you're drinking first, and then you'll know. Oh yeah.
I met up with this girl. She seemed lovely, and then we didn't meet up again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm freaking busy. She was spending half of her time somewhere out of town. This was like 2 months ago. I don't have time to scroll through this app and like swipe left or right on people.
Dare I say the gray hair is making you look, and then what you're saying also sounds pretty old. I don't have time to swipe left and right on these pictures. There are definitely going to be some things about like daily life in society that are going to be forever changed a little bit from this year, from this experience.
I don't know.
I really okay.
Yeah.
If it happens to get worse, like we might have to socially distance for another year, man. We
I
might
mean,
have to like
you're looking at them. You're looking at them having a vaccine by possibly early next year.
if they have a vaccine.
I bet they do.
That's good. Okay. Well, if you say that, I feel a lot better.
People have said things that are fucking crazy, like handshaking will be a thing of the past. All meetings now will be on Zoom. Everyone's gonna stop going to offices. Okay, yeah, I mean, there's gonna be more flexibility with people working from home. Sure, yes, because obviously rent costs a lot at certain offices. The shaking hands thing, give me a freaking break. People are gonna be shaking hands again. People are already, I guarantee you right now, in this country, people are shaking hands.
Oh yeah, but then again, people in this country aren't wearing masks. There are places here where you're not allowed to go in if you are wearing a mask because they feel so strongly in the opposite direction. So, you know what? You're right. People are going to be shaking hands no matter what. Considering,
I just think people are overestimating the impact that this is going to have as a whole once they sort out a vaccine.
in some ways, it's actually not. It's not good that this is happening, obviously, but at least we're learning like what needs to happen if a virus like this comes along, because this virus might not be nearly as bad as something that could come.
Oh no, this is like, I mean, granted,
I mean, it is bad though. I'm not by any way.
Obviously, anytime you've got a new virus coming around where people don't know what to do and it's killing people and it's spreading super, super quickly across the world, it's bad. But I mean, as far as viruses go, this could be way worse. So
yeah, well, it's just super interesting, right? The incubation period of this virus is specifically like the hardest thing for us to handle, right?
Yeah.
Because people can literally transmit the disease without ever having any symptoms and knowing that they have it, right? But it's also like the rate or the speed at which it happens to affect you is really a crucial component of this.
Yeah, agreed.
So something could come out with a much higher mortality rate, but it stays
asymptomatic in you for like 2 to 4 weeks. That would be a nightmare.
Terrifying. So
which is good. This is kind of a good test run for the world. It's like the practice, because that virus, it's going to happen at some point, most likely, because with global warming, these viruses are going to keep coming at us, evolve, and they're going to do some weird shit. And so we need to be ready for when that happens, because it's going to.
I got a question. Doesn't this hurt? You're not using shaving cream at all. Do you use shaving cream? Wait, are you a shaving cream user?
It's been so long since I shaved. I forgot shaving cream was a thing.
Hey,
this will be my new dating app photo.
And what's the name of your profile again?
It's no.
You know, but like honestly, I'm so glad that I don't have to date during this time.
Alan, how's long distance going for you?
It's just so different from, I don't know, from what you're doing, example.
You mean like just nothing?
Have you heard of Netflix Party?
No, what's that?
So Netflix Party has been a really a good thing for me and my girlfriend, because we get to watch Netflix shows together. So what you can do, it's like an add-on into Chrome, I think.
Wait,
and maybe
so is there still a Netflix and chill component to that, Alan? Elaborate while I shave and stare at you.
Sorry, the audio went out.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Yeah, we hang out and watch Netflix shows together. But it's really, really nice. What we do is actually...
I'm sure it is nice, Alan. I'm sure it is.
We do a very nice and appropriate Zoom chat on one side of the computer, and then we have Netflix play.
I have nobody to Netflix and party with. You do.
Would you like to join our Netflix and party chat?
I'm in.
I think I need to talk to her first about.
Yeah,
let's. So I'll get back.
Actually, I'll just message your girlfriend right now and let her know the good news. Can I say her name?
Yeah, sure.
When was the last time you saw Eugenia?
It's been like 4 months or approaching 4 months.
That's longer than most of my relationships where I see the person.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that says more about our current situation or it says more about your past situations. But yeah, I agree. We didn't expect to not see each other for this long, so it's definitely difficult. But it also makes me think, what the hell did people do for long distance type relationships before the internet?
You mean like when they used to write letters to each other?
Yeah, like pen pal letters.
Send it across the Atlantic.
Like 2 months later, you get you get your letter back. Yeah, I can't even imagine what they did and what they went through. So, because for example, my great grandfather lived in California while his wife and some of his children were in China still, and I can't even imagine how people did that.
Yeah, my grandfather was in Burma, working, and he moved. I think my grandmother and my mother and uncle, my two uncles, he moved them to Brownsville, Texas, and they were there, I think, for the first year by themselves, while he was working out of like Sydney, Hong Kong, and Rangoon. And yeah, like they didn't see each other for a year, and they're obviously communicating via really slow letter.
Yeah.
The amount of trust and just faith you have that people are okay. Like I worry about some of my friends if I don't hear from them in like a week. Like I guess back then you could not hear from somebody for like years and be like, they're for sure fine. Whereas now it's like you can go 5 days without hearing from some of your friends and you're like, they might be dead.
Well,
and it's a way safer time than it was way back then.
Yeah. Oh, but question, is it that they just assumed that the person was okay if they didn't hear from them, or is it that they knew there was pretty much nothing they could do if that person was in trouble?
That's fair. I forgot what my chin looked like.
Dare I say,
good chin.
It looks not bad. Yeah.
Great chin.
Strong chin.
Where have you been, chin?
Justin, are we podcasting yet?
The hair on my chinny chin.
I think you're getting to the point where you can use shaving cream.
Let me find that.
You gotta treat that skin well. Why is your shaving cream just behind you underneath the computer screen? Justin, why was your shaving cream just on the floor behind you?
Less complicated, Alan. I did way too much shaving cream.
You really haven't shaved in a long time. I think that is the point of this video.
Oh, now we just have shaving cream in the bowl.
Motion down so we can see your little setup here real quick. You can cut it out if you want to. Oh my God, that is disgusting.
Oh, this is much more effective with this shaving cream that you speak of. Oh, good. There's a zit here to match that one. That's fun.
I bet you're so happy that you decided to shave this beard on video for everyone to see.
I really wasn't anticipating the massive zits, but you know what? We're all human, Alan. We have zits under beards. How's this working for you?
I don't know. I think you should keep the mustache for a while.
No, I have a self-tape today.
Oh, you're going to have to shave that off then.
Hello, my name is Justin Bratton. I'm the host of Asians Who Got Talent.
Honestly, man, you look like you belong in Tiger King.
I really don't want to shave what's happening here.
Then don't. Leave it. Tell me
what I gotta do that self-tape today.
But what's the character? Maybe you can make it work.
I'm a TV host.
No, you can't do it.
It's for a TV show.
Oh, it's to
host a TV show.
Yeah, you need to shave. I mean, you did shave, but you're gonna have to take the stash off. Maybe not.
Maybe they'll be into it. There's something about this guy.
This is the year of 2020, and it's interesting that we're getting a better look at our country and its totality than we maybe ever have before. Like, we really are getting 2020 vision about what's going on now.
Oh, 2020 vision. I haven't heard that used yet.
Yeah.
Did you pull that from somebody else?
Nope.
Trademark that. You need to start saying that. If you were to like be on social media a lot, you should say that more.
What's social media?
Yeah. I'm going to steal it from you.
Justin, I give it to you. But yeah, I feel like, healthcare system, we're seeing the importance of being able to have access to healthcare. We're obviously seeing the importance of having a fair and just society.
Yeah.
And we're seeing how far off we are maybe from what our ideal is or from what we think the country is or where it is. So 2020, man, we're seeing
2020 vision.
We got 2020 vision on what's
Phrase
going
coined by me.
But there were protests in San Jose. Actually, what's crazy, for the first time ever, I was like grocery shopping at Trader Joe's. I was in a long line. Like, I think I waited like 45 minutes.
Jeez.
Because Trader Joe's was closing super early because they were expecting some looting to happen. And I'm in line watching them board up their store. And it's just a weird, eerie feeling, right? You're standing in line. Everyone's 6 feet socially distancing. Everyone's got masks on. So everything already feels kind of dystopic and like weird. And then you just see Trader Joe's boarding up all of their windows. And it's like, it's crazy that all of this is happening at the same time, you know? And
yeah. One of the ones here on Hollywood got a little crazy at the beginning of it. Like there was definitely, this is the very beginning. Things are much more peaceful now.
Mhm.
At the very beginning though, you know, shit was getting real.
People were mad. Like
people were very mad. Well, and also you just had asshole looters that had nothing to do with anything that were out there reaping havoc. But you had people on top of stores on Hollywood with like guns.
Really? Like store owners?
Yeah. A couple of my roommates went out there and saw this apparently. I haven't verified this in any way, but this is what I heard and it sounds about right.
I haven't received so many messages from people outside of the States, like in Asia, just reaching out and being like, are you okay? Because to the rest of the world, watching what's happening in America must be insane.
Yeah, because the media is obviously sensationalizing everything. And I imagine that they're making LA to look like it's practically a war zone at some points. It's not.
I mean, most of the protests have been
for the
peaceful,
most part.
You know, it's sad that some of the protests have gotten, I guess, some of the looting distracted away from some of the protesting, and I think that was unfortunate for sure. But on the other side of things, there's definitely a shift in like national consciousness, I think.
Oh man, yeah, it's
been crazy.
Massive. Like,
yeah,
it's like night and day. The amount of knowledge what Black people in this country kind of deal with now compared to before all of this, night and day. And now it's just being really put at the forefront. It's just being shoved in people's faces. Here you go, America. This is what's going on. That this has been a thing for a long, long time. I've always been reasonably accepting of the fact that there was systematic racism, I think, even though it just wasn't at the forefront of your daily conversation. But I didn't even really have a clue to the extent until all this happened. Like I feel extremely, what's the word? I just more educated and stepped into the light, forced into the light, really.
Yeah.
And
I'm really glad you're saying this, man. I'm really glad that you mentioned that even though you feel like you keep up to date in American news and politics and the situations that are going on, that even you were like surprised that you really didn't have as full an understanding as you thought you did. So after I watched this speech by John Boyega, I felt very similar to that. I was like, I thought I understood the pain, but I don't.
No, there's no way to.
I had to fully admit. Oh, and I thought not that I thought I like fully understood, but I thought I knew, but I don't. And watching him give his speech, he has this moment where he says, "I don't know if I'm gonna have a career after this, but I don't care."
Yeah.
Like, and that alone, that's people who are like, this is more important to them and should be more important to all of us than a lot of the things that we're worried about in terms of, you know, the rest of our lives and then different things we're trying to do. So I'm glad that people are paying attention now.
100%.
But I admit there's some companies where it's really easy now for a lot of companies to come out and make a stance. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
did you see
like
the NFL?
That's what companies do.
Like, okay, are they going to give Kaepernick a job? Because it's really messed up if Goodell comes out and says, oh yeah, we were wrong about that whole kneeling thing. And then they don't give Kaepernick a job.
Well, the thing is, you know, he's been gone for a while. So he's got to.
Well, he's been kind of working out. And
it's a weird situation. Yeah. I mean,
maybe
they definitely need to give him the opportunity.
I would think so, right? I'm a Kaepernick fan personally, so I hope he gets back in.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like touching on this now because we just lightly dipped our toe into a serious topic of conversation while I'm kind of doing something silly, shaving the beard.
We're not trying to trivialize anything.
But I do. No, definitely not. We're definitely not. It came up trying to maintain the dignity of that conversation. We're so worried about it is because of this weird cancel culture that's developed where people just will freaking come at you out of nowhere because they feel like they should, or they're these social justice warriors that take things too far, which is a constant concern, right? Because I'm always concerned as people that are kind of known in the industry in Asia, I'm constantly concerned with what I'm putting online. Is this offensive in any way to anyone? Which isn't healthy because you're censoring yourself, you're overly censoring yourself, and you're kind of watering down who you are as a person because you're fearful of some sort of backlash. And then on top of that, you're also not creating the right kinds of conversation because everything's so watered down.
Uh, it's a double-edged sword, and it's
Yeah.
a very sticky topic right now. Especially, you're right, being in entertainment and working in entertainment and having an outward-facing presence.
Yeah.
You never want to offend anyone, but also healthy conversation and discourse is the most important way for us to start understanding each other better. And if there's one thing we need in America, we definitely need to understand each other.
Yeah.
I don't personally, and this is my own personal opinion, I like, yeah, we're definitely not trying to make light of
No.
a clearly serious topic, but also I think it's more about what we say about the topic rather than what we're doing. And I do think that people are really quick right now. Like emotions are
Yeah.
high, tension is high. Also, people are at home alone on their computer,
And
and the
just
internet is,
angry.
and they're just angry, right? And we
But I
know
mean,
that the
this
internet
is
is a
going
phenomenal
on.
place for angry people.
This stuff is going on way before all this happened, though.
Yeah.
I don't think
I agree.
I don't know if it's any different, to be honest. I think it's the same. Some people are making mistakes. And sure, some of them should be reprimanded for the mistakes online. But some of these things are just, oh, come on. What do you think about the Drew Brees thing? He was being interviewed by, I think, Microsoft Business or something, or Yahoo Business, and he said, he was asked, he was prompted, how do you feel about
Well, the
people kneeling
right?
for the flag? Well, he was saying you shouldn't kneel for the flag because it's disrespectful to the flag and our armed forces. And obviously the backlash was massive because, dude, Breeze, you don't fucking get it. How do you not get it still? That's not what it was about.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation. Even now, with what's going on with this movement, people are definitely having that conversation. How do you, a smart, super nice guy that's done all these really good things for his community, still not get it? And I think the reason why so many people were hurt by it was because it was him that said it. And they're like, if Drew Brees doesn't get it, then
how can we expect the rest of
holy shit? How, then all these other people, how do they get it?
So I think part of this conversation is the fact that we give certain people in our society such a large microphone. Yeah. And the thing is that their expertise is like run the gamut. Like some of them are phenomenal athletes, some of them are political speakers, some of them are comedians, and all of them have different expertise. And what their expertise is isn't necessarily matters of social justice, matters of so they're giving their unfiltered responses sometimes, right? And 100%. It's because their microphone is so big that what they say ends up having larger ripple effects, right?
Yeah. Well, the other
so
thing
people
is,
come out and just bash them sometimes.
In my opinion, I think that was a necessary backlash.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
It highlights that very point that even people like Drew Brees, who are incredibly well respected amongst his teammates and his community, still haven't really gotten what it is that Black America has been saying this whole time, right? And I think that's an important point to put an exclamation point after, so to speak. But I think now he gets it. Granted, he definitely had to be forced into it, but I think so many people have been forced into acknowledging and realizing what's going on through all this as well. It's just they're not under this light and they didn't have to answer this interview that spread like wildfire, right? So many people are probably having that same reaction that he's having through all this. And dude, I think I'm done.
I think you're done too. And I think that it looks like you again.
I look 12.
Well, you looked 70 with the beard, so.
Maybe not 12. Perhaps I'm overestimating my youthful appearance.
So this is gonna be the first time I bet parts of your face have had any type of moisture at all.
No, I've been like putting oil in there. I've been taking care of myself, Alan.
Okay, you know what?
I know what I'm doing. I Googled things. I Googled things like how to grow a beard.
So you use beard oil? Or did you put beard oil
No,
in it?
I was just using tea tree oil.
I don't even know if that's a thing. But
I didn't Google anything. I just had tea tree oil and I was like, this will work.
Did you? Yeah.
Which maybe it didn't, hence the acne. Oh, okay, now I can relax and have a chat with you during the Are We Podcasting Yet? Podcast. Now that the beard's gone, should we continue one of the more serious conversations so that we're not being assholes or insensitive?
Not being assholes and not being insensitive is a good start.
I mean, I try not to be an asshole. I try not to be insensitive. I do find that you're probably better at not being an asshole and being sensitive than I am. So I need your guidance on these matters sometimes.
Well, I wasn't shaving while I was talking about it.
Jesus, so already I'm. Oh,
no, Justin,
God.
no, it's okay. It's okay. It's really tough times, and I'm glad, again, like we were talking about, that the national consciousness of something that has been hurting portions of our community for so long it's finally coming to light.
Obviously long overdue. Hopefully actual legislation gets passed and there's reform to certain factions of our society and government, the way policing is done. Hopefully the right decisions are made. Obviously there will be some wrong ones made because our government. I'm definitely optimistic with regards to the movement and what's happening and the way things are going to progress forward. Just walking around LA since things have opened up.
Yeah.
I've felt a lot of really positive vibes from people. Just people seem happy to be walking about. People are saying hi to each other. I don't know. Maybe it's the contrast, but I feel like at least people in my area of Hollywood are more friendly right now than before. Like there's more people willing to start up a conversation with a stranger, which to us in LA, people are generally nice, I find in general, and willing to have start up conversations. But even now more so, there's a friendly atmosphere of community that is here right now through all this, which makes me very happy. It makes me proud to be an American when these things are occurring, because you don't necessarily get that in other places in the world where strangers are willing to have intimate conversations with each other just on the street in passing. That doesn't happen in a lot of places, but it happens here, and it's great.
I think what you're saying, and I feel it too, is that despite a lot of the tough things that have been going on this year, I do see reasons to have hope. I've seen the same thing you have. Just walking along the streets as people who are obviously be quarantining themselves need their exercise sometimes. And like, I have a lot more eye contact, even to people who are just passing, and
100%.
like, and just like an acknowledgement of how we're both.
Part of that might be because you can only see people's eyes part of the time.
So you naturally lock straight to eyes.
So much eye contact going on right now.
I think the protests are also a sign for hope, or a reason to have hope right now.
100%.
Because I've been super impressed to see how diverse these protests are. And if anything, that even though they're coming together in a way that could spread the virus a little bit more, they're bringing a community together, and they're forcing other members of this country to kind of look in a direction that they haven't looked before. And I think
definitely a conversation that needs to be had.
Yes,
is happening. We've been having it for a while, but now it's at the forefront. It's happening in a different way. It's happening through a different lens, which is great.
All of us just need to keep having good conversations. Just even the tough ones, actually, especially the tough ones. We just keep talking about it.
We need like a sign-off phrase.
I'm at a loss, man.
Maybe we just don't come up with one. We love you all.
Yes,
all
we do,
of you.
guys.
I mean, well, most.
Yeah, no.
We probably don't love all of them.
No, just say, yeah, we do. We don't know the ones we don't love, so we don't know which ones we don't. So as far as we know, we do.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like coding things with just one overall statement. It's too. You see, and herein lies the difference between you and me.
Justin, are we still podcasting?
Am I just no? I'm more just digging holes.
Yeah, you're a hole digger here at this point.
Are we podcasting yet?
Are we still podcasting?